Everybody, you're watching White Mountains today. I'm Chris Prue in the North Conway Studios, joined by Genn Anzaldi of the Valley Originals and J-Town Deli in Jackson Village. Thank you for joining us in studio.
Always a pleasure to be here, Chris.
Now,
love coming to see you.
Most of our viewers have heard of the Valley Originals, but how much do you really know? We're going to talk about all the things the Valley Original does, and I've learned things just talking to you before we started this interview. So let's get right into it. For someone, the one or two people out there who haven't heard of the Valley Originals, what is the Valley Originals? So
the Valley Originals started back in the 1980s, and it's a group of locally owned and operated restaurants, capped out at 25 right now in the Mount Washington area, who've banded together to make sure we try to preserve local culinary cuisine and fare, as well as try to keep some of the chains a little bit more at the distance. I mean, you're here in this area to enjoy the beautiful surroundings, so you should also have a dining experience that's local. That's part of the beauty of traveling from place to places, to experience, you know, the uniqueness of the flavors and the culture. If everything is just a kind of a carbon copy, you know, and why go anywhere?
A stamp, you know, exactly.
So in addition to that, the Valley Originals over the last 15 so years has really turned our focus to giving back to the local community, and we have been blessed to be able to work together with great people. All the owners are amazing and their staff are great. So we've banded together to give back to the community, and overall, we've been able to contribute $350,000 a year or more back to the community.
And that's not cumulative. That's $350,000 a year.
A year.
Per year.
Per year.
Pretty much every year.
Pretty much every year. We're kind of capped out at $350,000, and I can see as we go up a little bit more. The pandemic was a little bit of a bump, you know, a little dip, but now we're right back at it.
All right, so people may be skeptical out there. Okay, how much are you actually giving back or contributing to the community? We just talked about $350,000. Let's get into the details a little bit. What are some of the things that you are doing to give back to the community? Starting with, let's talk about scholarships and awards.
Yep, super excited. So this year we were able to introduce one award and one scholarship for the culinary program at Kenneth. So we're working with Bryant Aldrin, who's there, and the Kenneth staff was great. So we have a $1,000 scholarship for anyone at the Kenneth culinary program who is going on to a secondary degree in the culinary hospitality industry. And then we also have an award for $1,000 as well for another culinary student who chooses to stay in the Valley and work for a Valley Original restaurant. So the details can be found out at the Kenneth for the Kenneth students through the culinary program, but super excited to be able to do that directly. I mean, we give a lot back to the culinary program. We support their Pro Start, we support their summer camps, we give their food, their apron, anything that they really want, and we try to help them out with. But this is specific, you know, with our name and their name, with a culinary scholarship and award. So very excited.
That is so great. It's great to see the Valley Originals really investing in the youth in this community to, you know, to give them a head start, but also to, you know, it supports this community in general, because now you have young people entering the workforce and making a contribution right from the start.
Yeah, super excited, yeah.
All right, and let's talk about Jenn's Friends Cancer Foundation. A lot of people know that organization. 100% volunteer, helps people who are battling cancer here in the Mount Washington Valley defray some of the non-medical costs that they experience. I guess you've just become the angel sponsor. What does that mean?
So in the past several years, we've always supported Jenn's Friends, but Eric Chandler called, who's the head of the Jenn's Friends right now, I believe, and he called and said, would you like to be the angel sponsor? They had just lost their angel sponsor. So we worked together and we decided, based on the amount we were already contributing, that yes, we would be happy to be their angel sponsor. So thrilled to be working with the organization. And unfortunately or fortunately, they have 80 families right now that they're helping, which is a lot. It's a lot. So anything we can do. So we give more than that, but at least we can take that off their plate. They don't have to worry about trying to source administrative costs or anything.
It's great. And this sponsorship helps them maintain complete transparency, I think, because they're 100% volunteer. All the money that gets donated to Jenn's Friends goes back to helping these people battle cancer. And so what the Valley Originals are doing essentially is kind of paying for those costs, the overhead that helps Jenn's Friends just say, okay, any money that we come in just goes right to the turnstile and back out to the people who need it. So.
And we also host their volunteer dinners and we give other gift certificates for their golf tournaments and everything. I mean, anything. It's just such a great organization, and thank God we have it. Unfortunately, we have to have it, but thank God we do.
And thank God we have organizations like the Valley Originals who help support them, because I don't know if Jenn's Friends would work in many other communities around the state, but especially around the country. We have a very special community, as we're finding out, and as the Valley Originals are helping us stay that way. Let's talk about some of the other programs. Starting Point, you support them?
So Starting Point, we provide probably close to $5,000 to $10,000 a year to Starting Point, so we help maintain them. We love their Boots and Blings, which is June 8th coming up, so we're a sponsor for their Boots and Blings as well. So we're excited and always thrilled to be able to support them. And unfortunately, another organization that we have to have that, unfortunately, we have to have it, but we'd love not to, but we do. So yeah, we're excited to support them, and many of our members also contribute to them on their own, as well as through the main organization.
Helping out so many worthwhile causes. May is coming up. You have a big Dine to Donate. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so this will be our 4th year that we're doing May. So throughout every Valley Original restaurant, there'll be a special every day. It'll be labeled End 68 Hours of Hunger. So that's what we consolidate all of our specials and our revenue gained from those specials to give back to to End 68 Hours of Hunger every year. And it averages out to about $4,000 that we're able to give to them.
That's fantastic.
Through the month. And you'll go into any Valley Original restaurant, and you'll see that the day special will be labeled End 68 Hours of Hunger. You can also donate as well. I know Priscilla's donated an extra from their customers, almost $1,000 last year. They just had a little jar out front. So this community is amazing.
It is.
It's amazing.
And Priscilla's has great breakfast too. So if you're in the mood for breakfast, right here in North Conway Village,
they
get a plug. If they raise an extra $1,000 for End 68 Hours of Hunger, they get a plug on TV. That's how it works. And it's a great cause too. End 68 Hours of Hunger helps school kids, because the 68 hours is the period between, I think, their lunch on Friday at school and their lunch Monday. Or breakfast on Monday. And so a lot of kids go home over the weekend and don't have food.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, and that's a great organization, and 100% of that money goes to the children in the community as well. So.
All right, Kenneth High School. I know the programs here. We just had a girls basketball championship. We had a girls alpine ski championship.
Nordic
championship.
Came in 3rd.
We have everybody is excelling, and we have organizations like the Valley Originals to thank for a lot of that.
Yes, we do. We give to all the boosters and all the athletic organizations that come to us, the band as well, the drum line, anything that the students write in and want to talk to us about or provide money, that we divide it up. So we give probably close to $6,000 to the athletics department and to Kenneth students every year.
Even we just had the local Tuckerman Inferno Pentathlon last weekend. And the winning team was comprised, I think, mostly of Kenneth High School students, the winning co-ed team, and young group, and they had their Valley Original jerseys on. They were sponsored by the Valley Originals, so kudos to you and kudos to them. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, we've been sponsoring them for a couple of years, so they were the youngest team in the Inferno, and they were in middle school when they started. So super thrilled for them.
All right.
Love them.
Let's see. So we're talking about Kenneth. Let's talk a little bit about how you actually raise this money. So you spend $300,000 a year, in the community. How do you do that? Where does that come from?
So one of the main fundraisers that we do is every quarter we do a discount sale. So we have it online only. It's 6 a.m. Usually starts at 6 a.m. For those of you who would like to join, you can sign up or just go to the website to check out when the next date is, or sign up for an email, which I only send out an email when there is going to be a sale. So we won't be inundating anyone. But so all of those restaurants, all of our restaurants donate either a $25 or $50 gift certificate. It's marked down 30%. People can go online and purchase the day of. They're usually sold out within a few minutes because there's over 4,000 people that try to buy them. And that money then goes into our fund for donation. So we do those 4 times a year as well. And then we also pool together our resources and our buying power, which is the main thing, and we try to do it as local as possible. But we do all do food. So we do have about 7 to 10 vendors that we sort of contract with, and our buying power actually allows them to give the Valley Originals somewhat of a 1 or 2% back based on our volume, and all of that money goes into our general fund, which then helps us give back more to the community.
Right. That is fantastic. And you also, I know you work with a lot of like local vendors too. Yes. So that's always a huge thing, another way to give back to the community, but also it's making sure, you know, when you dine at a Valley Original, you're eating some really fantastic food.
Yeah, so it's a win-win, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting great food, and you know that you're giving back to the community. It's really what I've tried to get out lately, is that no matter what you buy, if you come to J-Town and you buy a beer or gum or a breakfast sandwich or lunch, part of that money is going back to the community.
Right.
There's just no way, and without the local support, we couldn't do that. So it's a win. It's an exchange program.
So if you like everything you've heard here, you know, local restaurants with local flavors banding together to support the community in so many different ways. If you want to be involved, probably the number one thing you can do is look for this yellow flag when you go out to eat. When you see the yellow fork, head on in, because that's a Valley Original restaurant, and it means you're going to get good food, and you are supporting the community. You're giving your money to an organization. That money's going to stay in the Valley and help so many people.
Absolutely.
And it makes this Valley such a fun place to live and visit. Yeah. And also, I want to thank Valley Originals, because you guys, so we're not a nonprofit, but you are a supporter, a sponsor of White Mountains TV, and even that helps to support all the other businesses in town, helping us, you know, accomplish our mission. So we are very thankful, and you support, I know, the other media in town as well. And that's why, like, if you go to other towns, they don't have the local media that the Mount Washington Valley does.
Right? This is awesome.
And it's businesses and organizations like this that make it happen. So thank you for that. Anything else about the Valley Originals before we turn to beer and the J-Town Deli?
No, I think that's it on the VO right now. I'll be back with more exciting things as we move through the year, but look for our next discount sale. And again, when you dine at a Valley Original, you're donating.
Yep. I think the website is thevalleyoriginals.com.
Great, thevalleyoriginals.com.
So if you're like, where should we go out to eat tonight? Just go there. They have the full list, so you can kind of browse and check it out.
Yep. So thank you.
Okay, so you guys have really gotten into the craft beer market. Tell me about these beers that we're looking at here.
Yeah, so it's really my husband John has gotten into it. So we took it by the horn there, and we have over 60 local craft beers right now for available. You can buy single. So you can make your own 4-pack, your own 6-pack. We have Big Day Brewing. We have the Moat, of course. We have Tuckerman's, of course. We have some others as well.
River, I think I see
we have
that.
Lunch from Portland. I mean,
that's a good one.
Yeah, you could, 60. That's one a day for 2 months. You could come in and try a different beer every day. So that's kind of new for us in the last few months, that we've really kind of expanded that area.
And if I'm not mistaken, you can buy all these beers to go, but can you also enjoy them on premises now?
We have a different selection of beers on premise. We also have, and thank you, we also have wine, we have champagne, you can make mimosas, we have vodka drinks, mules, all kinds of things to enjoy while you dine with us as well. So we have 2 licenses to go and to stay.
Nice. Yeah. We should take a step back. We're speaking with Genn Anzaldi of the J-Town Deli is the business that you operate in Jackson Village. Yep. In addition to enjoying a nice beverage, you can also get breakfast and lunch. Tell me about some of the things you offer there.
Yep, so we're fortunate to be open 7 days a week, and we open at 8, we close around 5 or 6. We have a full breakfast with some lovely bowls now that everybody's enjoying, and everything's made from scratch. We have homemade sausage for breakfast as well, so we make that on premise. So you can have breakfast, lunch, snacks. We have an amazing bakery section that we bake and make everything on site as well. So, and then we have gifts, and I love, again, supporting the locals, right? So even yesterday, another local young lady came in and was trying to do some stickers and local product. And so we're going to be selling those. So we sell hats and mittens, jewelry of all kind that are made locally by local artists. Yep. Some of them are well known, some of them are getting started.
It's comfortable. It has the local vibe. It's just, it's a nice place to be. Just to put it plainly. If you're wondering, okay, so how can I include the J-Town Deli in my daily itinerary? It's great for golfing at the Wentworth, cross-country skiing in Jackson, hiking in Pinkham Notch, sightseeing, going to Jackson Falls and looking at all the waterfalls.
Just come walk the loop and have a cappuccino.
If you're in the Storyland area, it's not too far, north of there. You could sneak out midday and grab a lunch or something like that.
1 mile from Storyland.
Yep.
Take a break.
So
take a break and come relax.
A lot of great things.
Thank you.
So we've been talking a lot. Have we missed anything?
I think that's it for today. We got to save something for next time.
Exactly. And we have to save some surprises. So head on into J-Town Deli, say hi to Jen, get some food, get some drinks, and support the Valley Originals.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Chris. Thanks for everything you do.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Whew, you're watching White Mountains Today.